This is Anthony McDonald from Elite Fiction. We're sitting down here with James Spohn from Infinite Justice. James, thank you very much for letting us be here today.
No problem, man.
Just the first question, when and why did you start playing?
I started playing guitar when I was about 12, and at that time I was really getting into a lot of the heavy metal and even a lot of punk stuff, from back in like 2000, somewhere around there, and it just made me want to pick up a guitar and start playing. I wanted to learn all these songs that I liked.
Do you come from a musical family?
Somewhat. My dad played. He played in some cover bands. Back in like the 70s. My mother played piano. And great-grandfather played violin. So I come from a family who's really got a pretty good diverse. Everybody played something different. So I just happened to want to play the guitar and sing.
Tell me, what are your most favorite musicians and why?
I have to say, a lot of old Metallica from the 80s, a lot of 80s metal, Iron Maiden. Even the other night I was listening to some Skid Row. Some of the more modern bands, or like Killswitch Engage, Trivium. I'm not so much into the more modern stuff. It's mostly a lot of 80s thrash metal, stuff like that. Pantera too. I just I don't know. That just happened to be what I got into. Everybody else was listening to pop and 93.3 and all that stuff back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, and I didn't want to go with the trends, man. I just wanted to listen to something different.
How do you manage mistakes during a performance?
When during rehearsals, you're always messing up, and so you kind of get used to it, and it kind of just becomes just second nature when you're on stage. You don't have to think about it. You just somehow just play through it. Obviously you don't want to stop or anything like that, but it's hard to explain because it's like I said, you really don't even think about it after you've done it so much at rehearsal, and you just keep playing, and everybody after a couple seconds or so we get back on the same page. So it's just about a lot, just rehearse as much as you can, and eventually that it really doesn't become much of an issue.
Nervous before a performance or a competition?
Definitely. Especially like the one we did last week. We were in a theater in Orlando that seated I think like 2,700 people, and I was nervous. I think anybody that says or claims to not ever be nervous has got to be lying, man, because it's just even me. I've been playing shows for 10 years, and I still get nervous, man. I got to go down a couple beers or something, and before I go on, and I'm all good to go.
What advice would you give to beginners that get nervous?
Oh man, if it's the audience that's making you nervous, I would say just pretend like they're not even there. I mean, you still have to put on a show. You still have to recognize them. You still have to speak to them, the audience. But when you're playing, man, you just imagine they're not even there. Just imagine you're in your garage or wherever you rehearse, and just have fun, man. Don't even think about the fact that there's people watching you. Just get up there and play and have fun, man.
Right. How often and for how long do you practice?
We try to get at least one good practice in a week, over 2.5 hours. If we got some shows coming up, we'll try to slip another one in there, do 2 a week. But normally once a week usually does good, because everybody kind of goes home and practices on their own. We play, I know I put in the CD and I'll just play along with it, or I'll sing along with it, just to stay caught up or whatever. So that's usually what we do. We practice a little on our own and then once a week together.
Okay. I just got 2 more questions for you. I know you're busy. How do you balance your music with other obligations, your mate, children, jobs? How do you do that?
Well, if music is what you're really passionate about, it's what you really want to do, you're gonna find a way to do it, no matter if you've got wife and kids, girlfriend, kids, your job, whatever it is. You're gonna find a way to do it. And the way we do it is we just we all of us want to be here. We love music, and so we just get together and we figure out what everybody's schedule is with work and family, and we find a time that everybody can make it. And there's going to be sacrifices you have to make, but like I said, if it's something you really want to do, you're going to do it, and we find a way to do it.
Very cool. The last question: what do we have to look forward to from Infinite Justice?
Well, right now we're not really booking any shows. We're kind of just leaving that up to our record company. We're kind of, whatever they need us to do, we're just kind of concentrating on that right now. We do need to, we do need a permanent drummer. We've been using fill-ins for the last couple months. So, if anybody out there would like to come audition, we're having auditions. We need somebody who's really going to be committed and, be there when we need them to be there. But besides that, we would really like to, as long as our record company is cool and all, we would really like to go back and do our next album. We've got a lot of songs written that we're really excited to hear recorded. So we're hoping we'll be able to do that sometime in the next 6 months or so. Get started on that.
Well, it's very cool. All right, well, thank you very much, James, for letting us interview you today.
Yeah, thank you.
We both hail Elite Fiction and Infinite Justice out of Lakeland, so it's really cool to have you sit with us.
Right.
So once again, thanks a lot. And
no problem.
All right, have a great night, sir.
All right.
You're